happened? No, they broke up. Allegedly. No, allegedly. It was all alleged. It was alleged. Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Taylor-Nicole Limas, and this is Alleged Tea, the podcast.
Happy New Year. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we're in 2024 and we finished out 2023 with exactly 17 episodes. It's literally crazy to think that I put off doing my podcast for so long and here I am in season 2. Oh my goodness. This episode, we're going to be talking about building lasting habits, sticking to your goals, and honestly, I hope you leave this episode feeling inspired and motivated, because if you didn't, then I did something wrong. It's a new year. We're doing New Year's resolutions, new year, new me, girlfriend. You know what I mean? We need to be setting realistic goals and staying consistent, okay? So if you've ever worked at a gym, you've ever been at the gym or been consistent around New Year's, this is what you're going to see, okay? Let me paint you a fucking picture. December, there's some people in there, the gym slows down. January 1st to January 30th, the gym is packed. There's not a treadmill open. There's no Stairmaster open. All the weights and everything are being used at all times. The gym is packed 24/7. February 1st, half of those people are gone. Still packed, but not as packed as it was before. By March 1st, the gym is back to normal. What does that tell you? Is that people don't stick to their goals. People don't stick to their New Year's resolutions. We all know this, right? So my goal in this podcast episode is to get you to stick to your goals. Start off 2024 actually accomplishing your goals by at least April 1st. So the first 3 months, we're gonna accomplish our fucking goals, bitch, okay? So if you need somebody to fucking get your ass in shape, here the fuck she is, bitch, okay? First and foremost, let's just ask the question, right? It's 2024, we're in January. What do you want out of this year? What do you genuinely want out of 2024? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to get a promotion? Do you want to switch fields? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to be more creative? Do you want to lose some weight? Do you want to be better at fitness? Do you want to start weightlifting? Do you want to start dancing again? Do you want to start singing? What is the thing that you want to accomplish most in 2024? What are the things that you want to accomplish? This is your fresh start. It's a clean slate. We're at the beginning of the year. You can change your entire life around in 1 year. I can't even imagine. Like, if I can do what I did in 3 months time, I can't imagine what I could do in 1 year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's so much time. You have the motivation. You have it in you. You have the drive. You can do this. I promise you that, okay? So ask yourself that question. What do you want to get out of this year? What do you want out of this year? This is your goals. This is your year. This is something that you need to hold yourself accountable for. After you kind of have an idea of what you want to accomplish this year, let's get clear on your goals. So what does that look like, Taylor? How do I get clear on my goals? I kind of know what I want to do, but I don't really know what I want to do. You need to create a vision board. You can create a vision board, or you can create a list of 100 things that you want to accomplish by the end of 2024. Either or works. I did both of them. Both of them work just as fine, okay? So what does that look like? Get a poster board, go on Pinterest, find a bunch of pictures of things that you want to accomplish by the end of 2024, stick them all on there. It could be anything. It could be your wildest, craziest dream. It could be you want a brand new car. It could be you want a brand new house. You want to buy a dog. You want to live on a farm. It doesn't matter. You want to be famous. You want to start vlogging. You want to be a content creator. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be your loftiest dream. Print it out on a piece of paper and stick it to the board, okay? What I did is I went on Pinterest, I downloaded all the photos, printed them out as CVS, I paid for them so they're actual physical photos, and then I glued them to a poster board that I got from the dollar store. I did 2 poster boards, okay? Some people call these vision boards, some people call them manifestation boards, and some people call them prayer boards. Whatever you want to call them, get the board together, okay? Now the second thing that you can do, if you don't want to print out the pictures, you don't want to create a vision board, is that you can create a list of 100 things that you want to accomplish by the end of the year. It does not matter what it is. It could be that you want to meet Post Malone by 2024. It could be that you want to go backstage somewhere. It could be that you want to make it on stage somewhere. You want to be on the cover of Vogue. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Your loftiest dream. Don't dream small because you don't think you can accomplish it. Because when you accomplish the things that you didn't think that you could, you're going to wish you dreamed bigger. Put it all on a piece of paper. Spend 20, 30 minutes, an hour writing it all down, because this is your year. Once you do it, that's it. You're done. You don't have to think about it again. Well, we're going to work towards it, but just write them all down, okay? So a list of 100 things that you want to accomplish by the end of the year, and you would be surprised how many things that you end up accomplishing when you write them down. Another thing that you could do that's also just a fun little side thing that I'm actually planning on doing myself is a video time capsule. Set up your phone, sit in a quiet room, go in your car, doesn't matter where it's at, and just ask yourself common questions that you would want to know about future you. So be like, hey Taylor, so my question to you is where are we living? Do we still live at home? Did we move states? Did we study abroad? Did we go back to school? What are you doing for work now? How much money do you make? Like, just anything that you want. Did we ever accomplish that goal that we said that we were going to? Make a 20, 30-minute long video to yourself video time capsule. You can even check in 6 months time and be like, I do the things that I said I was gonna do. Or you could do it for the entire year, save it, put it in a folder, download it on your laptop, forget about it, check in at the end of the year. You can even make a TikTok video about it. That could be your first start, your big video that you're gonna do at at the end of the year. So now that you have your big lofty goals, you have a bunch of goals, right? You got your car, you want to travel to Bali for 6 months, you're going to get married in Paris, whatever it is, you got these crazy goals, right? Pick three goals that you feel like you can accomplish in 3 months. Just pick 3 of them. Doesn't matter what it is. I like to break them down into personal health and career. If you want to do just all career, if you want to do all fitness, if you want to really focus in on how you look, you want to do skincare, it doesn't matter what it is. Just pick 3. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pick 3. Now that you have those goals in mind, we're gonna break them down. So you're gonna pick 3 main goals that you want to accomplish in 3 months, otherwise known as my 30, 60, 90. Not an ad. I'm just telling you that this works. I've done it, and now I can't stop thinking about my life in 3 months increments. Okay, so if you're somebody that constantly is looking at the past all the time, or you're looking too much into the future and you get overwhelmed by the future, this is a great thing to help your brain kind of slow down and stay present in the moment. Okay, 3 goals in 3 months. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so for my first 30, 60, 90, I did eat healthy. I want to start my business, and I didn't want to drink alcohol for the entire 3 months, right? I did all those things minus start my business because I had a little hiccup in the middle of that was out of my control, which we're going to get to that in a second. Something that you always want to remember when you're setting your goals, okay? Listen to me, babe, listen to me. You need to pick a goal that's in your control, something that you can control. A lot of people pick weight loss goals, and that doesn't work because you can't control your weight. You can control you eating healthy. You can control you going to the gym as often as possible, or going to yoga, or moving your body, or like prioritizing your mental health, prioritizing your sleep, and making sure you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. You can't control if the scale is going to move or not. You could do all of that every day and then still not be losing weight, right? So you have to pick a goal that you can control and that you are in control of, right? You're choosing, well, so say you want to choose, I want to move my body every day. That's one of my goals for this 3 months of 2024, right? I want to make sure that I move my body every day for at least 20 to 30 minutes, right? I can choose whether or not I can do that or not. Like I can say tomorrow, you know what, I'm not gonna go on my run. I'm not gonna go work out. I'm not gonna do that, right? That's in my control. I can't make the scale move. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't choose to make the scale move, right? So you want to pick something that you can control, okay? That's something that you have to remember. So when I start my business, there were hiccups out of my control that there was nothing I could do about it, right? So when you're setting realistic goals and you're trying to stay consistent, one of the main problems is setting unrealistic goals, right? So an unrealistic goal would look something like, I want to run 5 miles every day, or I want to run 3 miles every day, right? If you're a runner or something like that. That's unrealistic, right? Especially if you're coming out of a hibernation period where you haven't gone to the gym, you haven't eaten healthy, you haven't ran in 6 years. That's just crazy unrealistic. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to feel like a failure when you don't do those things. And so your mind kind of goes into, well, I should be able to do these things. I should be able to run a mile because 6 years ago I was able to run a mile every single day, or whatever it may be, right? We need to start small and work our way up, right? So we're going to do 30-day increments. So 30, 60, and 90. And you have your big main goals at 90, right? So let's just say your 90-day goal is that you want to be able to run a 5K. You want to be able to run 3 miles, and that's going to be your goal for your 90 days. At the end of 90 days, you want to be able to run 3 miles without stopping, right? For your first 30-day goals, you want to pick something that's more realistic, like something like, I want to run 1 mile 2 times a week for 4 weeks, right? So you're basically every week you'd be running 2 miles, right? And so you're going to do that for 30 days. And what you're doing is it's going to feel easy. It's going to feel good. You're going to be like, oh, I could do this. Why didn't I pick a bigger number? Don't switch your goals in the middle of it. Now, if it's crazy easy and you can add it in here and there, sure, go ahead, but don't start pushing yourself because you're going to burn yourself out. So 2 times a week, you're running 1 mile, right? So you're like, okay, so you could split it up any which way you like, right? You could do it in the morning, do it at night, but you're playing around with the time, mileage, when you're going to do it, when do you feel most motivated? Don't pick unrealistic times or mileage or distance or anything, okay? That's unrealistic to you and your lifestyle because you're not going to stick to it, okay? So if you're not a morning person, right? You don't like fucking waking up in the morning. Don't force yourself to get up at 5 a.m. to run your mile because you think that's like the successful person thing to do and that's what people are doing. Don't do that to yourself. Why would you do that? Because now you're not going to stick to it. If you're constantly looking forward for your goal to be over with, you're not building a habit. You're doing a challenge. I want you to listen to that. I'm going to repeat it one more time and listen clearly when I say this. If you are constantly looking forward for your goal to end, you are not building a habit. You're doing a challenge, okay? So if you're picking something like, I want to make sure I run every day for 30 days, that's not realistic at all. It's zero realistic. So then what's going to end up happening? You're like, oh, I can't wait till the 30 days are end. 30 days are over. You're right back to where you were before the 30 days. You're not really running that consistently. You did not build a habit. You didn't do something that's going to help you build a different lifestyle. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope this is making sense to you. And I hope you feel like I'm yelling at you because I am. Because don't do the shit that people are telling you to do, these challenges. Like 75 hard is great for somebody that's already in a routine and wants to do a challenge to challenge themselves. That is the purpose of it. it. It needs to stay in that box. It is not a lifestyle change. It's not going to project you into a lifestyle change because you haven't built a habit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what did we say? Your goals have to be realistic and your goals have to be attainable, because why? You want to have positive reinforcement. You want to make yourself feel good, right? So if you pick something like, I want to run every day for 30 days, right? And you don't do it that one day, you're knocking yourself for the 29 days that you did do it. Do you see what I'm saying? Rather, if you pick a goal that's, I want to run twice a week, and you accomplish that thing, by the end of the 30 days, you're like, wow, I did everything that I said I was going to do. I kept a promise to myself. And that's the most important thing. You do not want to feel like a failure when you're creating goals and when you're achieving them. You should constantly set it up so you feel like you're winning all the time, okay? And that's how you build a habit. Negative reinforcement looks like making yourself feel bad for not accomplishing a goal, right? And how that happens is when you set unrealistic goals, okay? Did I beat it into your head good enough? Do you understand what I'm saying? Please raise your hand. Thank you. Okay. So something that I like to do that I learned through the book Atomic Habits is called habit stacking. Okay. And this is a great, phenomenal trick that you can use yourself. And this is wonderful knowledge that I'm giving you. Okay. Habit stacking is doing something you like and sandwiching something you don't like in between doing something you do like. Okay. So it looks like this: doing something you like, doing something you don't like, doing something you like, right? So for example, right? So habit stacking would look like, so say I want to journal every morning, but it's a pain in my ass. I don't like journaling every morning, but I want to do it, right? So what I would do is, something I like is making my coffee. I would go make my coffee, come back in here, journal, and then when I'm done journaling, I get to go have my coffee. I get to go finish off my coffee and drink my coffee and just enjoy my time in the morning. Something else you can do is, if you have a brain like me and then you're constantly forgetting to do things and you want to do them and then you completely forgot, you need to have like these trigger habits, basically is what I'm gonna call them for now. So like, say every morning you want to make sure that you take your vitamins. You always forget to take your vitamins, right? You have to create something that you're like, every day after I brush my teeth, I'm gonna take my vitamins. I have to do it after I brush my teeth. If I don't do it after I brush my teeth, I'm gonna forget, right? And so you attach a habit to a habit that you already do. Do you get what I'm saying? Every morning you brush, everybody brushes their teeth every morning. So attach a habit to that one because it's already in your routine. It's already a habit. So attaching a new habit to an old habit. Do you get what I'm saying? So these two things, if you do habit stacking, which is the sandwich method, something you like, something you don't like, and something you like, it'll help you create a new habit. And then attaching a new habit to an old habit will help you also to create a new habit. So those are two different ways you can start to form a new habit. So Taylor, what does that look like if I'm changing my life, right? What does that look like when I'm going to the gym, or if I want to start running every single day? Okay. You could pick a time, you can pick a distance, you can pick when after you're going to do it. So for my 9 to 5 girlies, right? So say you after work, you're like, every day after work, I eat dinner, right? And you're like, well, I don't want to eat before I run, because that's me. I don't like eating before I run, right? So I'm like, okay, I come home from work, I'm going to immediately put on my shoes, immediately put on my workout clothes so I don't lay down, and I'm going to go for my run. After my run, I'm going to make dinner. So you come home, you change, put your stuff down, and then you make dinner, right? So you're attaching your new habit to your old habit. Your old habit was to come home and make dinner, but you're going to move that a little bit and go, okay, I'm going to do it before dinner. Or I'm going to do it after dinner. Say you're somebody that wants to eat, that eats before they run or something, right? Or say you want to make sure that you want to get more hydrated during the day, right? So you can have a cup of water in the morning next to your bed, or a water bottle, right? Every morning before you get up and go make your coffee, you want to make sure that you drink that water, right? So instead of checking your phone, you're going to replace it. So there are many ways that you can do habit stacking or different forms of habit forming. You can replace a bad habit with a good habit, right? So let's say every morning you're on your phone. You're on your phone for 20 minutes. That's your form of the newspaper. You're on your phone, TikTok, whatever, for 20 minutes. Instead of doing that, you have to finish your glass of water before you can go on your phone. That's gonna make you do that thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's different ways that you can approach this, but the point is to build a habit. You gotta build the habit. If you don't build the habit, now in the first 30 days when you're doing this, you could realize, oh my gosh, I hate running after 5. It sucks. I wanna come home, I wanna lay down. I don't wanna run. I don't wanna do that. I need a good hour or two to lay down before I can actually get the energy to run. Switch your habit. Switch the time that you do it. Do it to where it fits your lifestyle. Because if you force yourself to do it in a time that you don't want to do it and you think that you're just being lazy or whatever, then you're not going to stick to it. Say you realize, you know what, I would rather wake up early before work and I would rather run my run before work and then just get it over with and not have to think about it. Then do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that it fits your lifestyle and fits what you want. You have to make the goal desirable. You have to just make it desirable. There has to be something that you like about it or that you feel like rewarded for. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's talk about the reward system. So we're talking about positive reinforcement, not negative reinforcement. You don't want to use negative reinforcement. It doesn't work. It does not work. Making yourself feel bad about not accomplishing something does not work. It makes you not want to do that thing because you don't want to feel that feeling. Do you get what I'm saying? Some positive reinforcement that you can can do for yourself is reward yourself after a certain day limit. So I love doing this. After 30 days, I tell myself I'm gonna go get my nails done, or I'm gonna go thrifting. I'm gonna buy something that like is gonna fit me, like that's a different size that it normally wouldn't be able to fit me before. Or I'm going to get a massage. I told myself in February, I'm gonna buy myself a massage because that'll be my second month into my 30, 60, 90. Do something for yourself that you have to look forward to if you complete it. So if I finish all my runs, because we're sticking to the example of doing 2 runs a week, right? If I do 2 runs a week for 30 days, I get to go get a massage. If I don't do that, I don't get the massage. That just kind of keeps you motivated, you know? It's your little reward for yourself. And I want to make it so abundantly clear. Do not use food as a reward system. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say, if I do this for 30 days, I get to have a pizza, or I get to have a slice of cake. Don't do that. If you want a slice of cake, eat a piece of slice of cake. If you want to have a little bit of pizza, have a little bit of pizza. Don't use food as a reward system. You will create a negative relationship with food. It just is not a good idea. Don't ever use food as a reward system. Don't do it. It's just not a good idea. Use things that actually make you feel good. Do things like, the only okay that I give when it's food as a reward system is going out to a restaurant. Like if you want to go out to eat, or you want to go to a restaurant you haven't been to before, or try a cuisine you've never tried before, but don't use it as like, oh, I've eaten so healthy and now I want to have a piece of cake, or now I want to, like, it's just not good. Just try not to use food as a reward system. Something else that's super important when you're creating goals is having affirmations that you say for yourself. Now, I used to be one of those people, bitch, that was like, affirmations are fucking stupid. What the fuck do you mean I have to sit there and look at myself in the mirror and be like, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am worthy? Like, I felt so dumb doing it. And honestly, that dumb feeling is your ego. Like, girl, let your ego go. It's 2024. We need to stop and let go of our egos, okay? Affirmations are so helpful because who else is gonna be nice to you besides you? And you are so mean to yourself 24/7. It is astonishing when you pay attention to your negative thoughts, how often you speak negatively to yourself. It's abundant, okay? And just think about this for a second. All those negative thoughts that you have when you look at yourself in the mirror, or you're thinking to yourself, or you're reading something, you're like, God, I'm so stupid, or God, I'm so dumb. Pretend like you're saying that to either a small child or your bestest friend in the whole world, or your parents, right? Pretend like you're saying that to those people. Would you be okay if somebody spoke to them like that? You absolutely would not. Pretend you're in a store and you see a random little old lady and somebody's going, you're so stupid, you're so dumb, can't you think better? Or you're so fat, oh my gosh, you need to lose weight. Or just saying mean things. You would jump out of the fucking screen like me. I would jump out of the fucking screen and beat that person's ass. I would beat their fucking ass. You're talking to this little old lady, calling her fat and ugly and stupid. You know what I mean? So why are you okay with talking to yourself like that? You shouldn't be. That's one, okay? So always try to turn a negative thought into a positive one. You sit there and you're like, God, I'm so dumb. But no, I'm smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. I am so intelligent. I am worthy. I am knowledgeable. I know what I'm talking about. And constantly say those things to yourself. Even when there's times where it's just quiet and you're just driving your car and you're thinking, just get into the habit of saying positive things to yourself. I'm smart. I'm worthy. I'm worthy of love. I'm deserving of abundance. I am abundant. I am whole. I am strong. You should be able to mouth off quickly positive things about yourself, because I guarantee you can very quickly name negative things about yourself, and it should be just as quick. You should be just as quick. You should be defending yourself with your fucking life. Defend yourself with yourself, basically. You get what I'm saying? But I also want to make it abundantly clear. You can want to improve yourself, but don't bully yourself to get there. Does that make sense? So you could say, you know what, I do want to lose some weight. I do want to get healthier, but don't treat yourself like shit just to get there. Don't bully yourself to get there. Don't do that. Do not do that. Absolutely do not do that, because everybody goes through things. Everybody goes through ebbs and flows. Do not make yourself feel like shit to get you to do something to improve yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? It should be a positive experience. You should be happy and proud of yourself that you're taking the initiative to even make the change that you're looking to make. Does that make sense? Always look at it from a positive outlook. Never take that negative approach, because it's not going to make you feel good, and you want to make yourself feel good. That's the point. Because when you feel good, you emit that positivity to everybody else around you, and you're spreading that to everybody else. When you start talking shit to yourself and you hate yourself and you feel bad, it seeps out of you and other people can feel it. And now you're spreading this negative energy for what? For why? Why? You're making a positive change. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? If you miss a day trying to accomplish your goal, say you wanted to make sure that you write every single day, you want to become a writer, you miss a day writing it, try to do a lesser version of what your goal was, okay? To make yourself not feel bad, right? So say you wanted to make sure that you ran every day and you didn't get a chance to, you got busy at work, life got busy, okay? This is something you need to understand. Life gets busy. Sometimes you're not going to be able to accomplish your goals, and that is okay. Don't make yourself feel like shit. It's a different thing when you're choosing not to do them, okay? When you're saying, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to. I just didn't do it because I didn't want to. Well, but what are we doing here? We're supposed to be motivated, girlfriend. But now life got busy. You got tied up with something. You didn't get to do it. It's the end of the day. You didn't do your run. Go for a 30-minute walk. Do something lesser, right? You didn't write your 3 pages that you wanted to write. Write a little bit in your notebook. You know what I mean? Just do a lesser version of it to make yourself feel better, but don't make make yourself feel like shit for not accomplishing something. The goal and the whole point of this is to feel good during the process. You want to feel good, okay? And if you're just getting back into the gym, or you're just getting into eating healthy, or just getting back into something in general, it's gonna feel new. It's gonna feel like you don't really know what you're doing, and you're gonna feel upset with yourself that it feels new. Don't feel upset with yourself that it feels new, because in the past you used to be able to do this and that and whatever in the third, right? Just make sure that you're focusing on now, the present now. Focus on the now, right? So like, you're making a positive change. You're doing something to better yourself, and you should be very proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. It's not something to look back on and be like, oh, I should have just stuck with this. If I would have done this, if I would have done that. Let go of the past. Let it go, okay? It's in the past. You can't fix it. You can't change it. It's out of your control. Don't focus on things that you can't control. And lastly, if this didn't motivate you, I don't know what the fuck will, bitch. If you want to do the 30, 60, 90, feel free to do the 30, 60, 90 with us. You don't have to. You could do your own reward system. You could do your own setup, your own habit building, your own habit stacking. But the point of this podcast, the point of this episode today is to get you motivated, to get you thinking about your goals, and to really inspire you to know that you can change your life. And you could very much do it in 3 months, okay? I started off saying I didn't want to drink alcohol for the first 3 months. I'm already almost 5 months into not drinking alcohol. I said I wanted to eat healthy. I've lost over 15 pounds. I said I wanted to start my business. I have everything set up, but I'm missing one little tiny piece, okay? I've moved mountains in 3 months time when I thought that I couldn't even accomplish the smallest, tiniest little thing, okay? But I want you to remember, out of this entire thing, doing whatever journey that you're on, that you need to applaud yourself daily. This is so important. I cannot stress this enough. To tell yourself that you're proud of yourself. Genuinely look at everything that you did today and say, I accomplished something. Even if it's as small as reading 10 pages in a book. Even if it's as small as just writing one journal entry. Even if it's as small as taking a 5-minute walk. Maybe you're not able to take a 15 to 20 minute walk. Maybe you try to just get outside. The point is to applaud yourself for trying. That's the point. So I want you to know that I am proud of you. I want you to hear it from myself, from me, Taylor-Nicole Limas, Lady Aguilar 2.0. I am proud of you for starting whatever journey that you're on. I am proud of you. You can do this. Whatever change that you're trying to make, you can accomplish it. You have the tools, you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the determination, you have the motivation to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. I want you to know that you can do it. You can 1000% do it. Don't let that little voice in your head tell you you can't. Don't let your friends or your family or anybody else tell you, oh, you can't do that. That's not you. You can 1000% do it. I'm fucking telling you, you can do it because I did it and I know you can do it. You need to promise yourself that you will try your very best and keep that promise with yourself. I'm not saying that you're going to accomplish all your goals. I'm not saying that you're not going to miss a day. I'm saying to try your very best. Could you look yourself in the face and say, I tried my very best? That's all that matters. If you tried your very best and you keep that promise to yourself, I promise you can accomplish so many things just with that mindset. Okay, I'm going to try my absolute hardest. And it's important to keep that promise with yourself. You have to keep that promise to yourself. And I think so many people feel okay with breaking promises to themselves and they don't realize how hurtful that is. So think about it like this, right? You have a best friend. She promised you she wouldn't tell somebody a secret. She goes and tells somebody that secret. She broke that promise to you. That hurts, right? That's a very hurtful thing that happens. Or let's just say your parents promised to show up to some event or to some school play or whatever, and they didn't show up. That promise hurts, right? So why are you okay with breaking promises with yourself? Ask yourself that question. Those things hurt. Breaking those promises, when somebody breaks a promise to you, they promise you something. They promise they would be there. They promise they would do these things. And then they break that. That hurts. That hurts you. That hurts little you. That hurts your heart. That just hurts you. Why are you okay with breaking promises with yourself? It's important to keep promises with yourself because you feel good. You trust yourself then. You can stand within yourself and say, I did that. I 1000% did that. I did that, me, myself, and I. And when you keep promises to yourself, it reinforces this confidence and this trust within yourself that you are able to accomplish anything you set your mind to. So make sure to keep those promises to yourself. And the last thing that I want to end with is a lot of people use anger as a motivator, right? To go to the gym, to work out, whatever. They're like, oh, I'm so angry. I want to prove these people wrong. You can use anger as a motivator. You can for a bit, but don't let it be the sole thing that keeps you going because anger fades, okay? A lot of people, when they go through a breakup, they're like, fuck him, fuck the person. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get my revenge body, and the revenge body is there, right? And they're still angry. You don't want to keep that anger inside you. It's not a healthy thing, right? So if you want to be healthy, you want to change your lifestyle, you want to change all these things mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, right? You don't want to hold on to that anger and let that be your sole motivator, because when you're down and you need to pick yourself back up and you don't have that anger, you're not angry anymore about the breakup or about whatever the fuck happened to you. You need to be able to find something inside of you that'll pull you back up when you don't feel like doing something. And anger can can't be that sole reason why you're doing the thing. It has to be because you want to change your life. You want a better life. You're excited. You want to be healthier. Whatever it is, it has to be for you and come from you and solely from you. It can't be from outside forces. It has to come from within, right? So you have to make sure that whatever your motivator is, it isn't coming from a place of anger, if that makes sense. Okay? If you've left this podcast and you aren't motivated, girl, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, because I feel like a life coach. I feel like a life coach. I really hope that this helped you guys. I feel so incredibly motivated for 2024. I hope that you guys do too. Again, if you want to join the 30, 60, 90, we're also reading The Artist's Way every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central on my TikTok live. If you don't want to read any of those, that's fine. If you don't want to join the 30, 60, 90, you want to do your own challenge, that's completely up to you. All of it's free and it's on my TikTok and the Discord, and the Discord link will be in my bio on TikTok and on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe the Alleged Tea podcast, and I can't wait to see where 2024 brings us. Love you.